Hi, Chris Lange here with the Fit Cell. So this video is actually specialized around oxygen. The years of research that we've done, we find that oxygen is literally the foundational starting point where everyone needs to start for cell health. And I'm going to illustrate some points to help you understand why that is. So not only am I going to help illustrate the research that we've done and the importance of oxygen to your cells, but number two is what can you do about it? What can you do to help your body be able to receive the health benefits that you've been looking for when you can start building the foundation for cell health? One of the things I would suggest is look at some of our other videos. We have other videos that help audiences understand how we got here, some of our background and history about what our research looked like and why we started the research. Me personally, I started doing this about 5 years ago and really wanted to understand cell health after losing my mom to cancer. And like most of us, if you've ever experienced something like that in your life, which I'm sure a lot of us have, it really changes us. And for me, it changed how I looked at health and how I approached health. So if you want to know a little bit more about my background, there's other videos with that. But I want to focus this video on helping you understand the importance of oxygenation. When you think about oxygen, it's literally the most important molecule that our body needs for health. Now you can go days without food, you can go days without water, but your body can literally only go a couple minutes without oxygen.
Ein Wirkerröhrli.
Yes or no? In all 7 of your Tour de France victories, did you ever take banned substances or blood dope?
Yes.
We live in a performance-enhanced world, so we have performance-enhancing drugs in sports.
Mayo Clinic Dr. Michael Joyner is an anesthesiologist whose research focuses on understanding elite athletes, how they reach maximum performance. He says it's all about oxygen delivery to the body's tissues.
One of the things that determines the maximum ability of somebody to use oxygen is how many red blood cells they have circulating around in their body.
But imagine if you could do that without blood doping. You know, if you could do that to a point to where your body had the ability to create good circulation, plus really make sure that your red blood cells are carrying high levels of oxygen, that's what we want to help people understand. And we've been able to pinpoint some things that help you do that. So I'd like to define a couple things real quick. So let's define blood doping. Blood doping is simply when somebody is putting in their bodies red blood cells that are already very well oxygenated. And what that does is it gives them an advantage to be able to create more energy, to burn fuel. So let's talk about the purpose of a red blood cell. Now, a red blood cell's job is to carry oxygen in the form of something called hemoglobin and carry that oxygen to all the other cells of our body. Now, we're literally made up of 32 trillion cells. Our hair, our bones, our muscles, our teeth, our skin, every tissue of our body is billions of cells compounded together to make up us, to make up who we are. And every single one of these cells requires 3 major things to perform. First is oxygen. They need lots and lots of oxygen. Second is they need different types of nutrients to do specific things. And then third is they need their waste and toxins removed. And we'll talk about nutrition and waste and toxin removal in other videos. But let's just focus on oxygen. What does our body use oxygen for? Well, primarily, our body uses oxygen to create energy in the form of something called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. But just for now, we'll refer to it as energy. Okay, so I'm going to write oxygen on here. Oxygen equals energy in the form of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Now, this is a major energy molecule that our body needs, that our cells need in order to produce energy. The more energy our cells can make, the better we feel, the faster our metabolism goes, the better we can recover, the better we can sleep, the better we can relieve stress, the better we can help increase immunity, on and on and on. Every single benefit to health can be elevated, can be increased when our body focuses on getting enough oxygen to its cells. But that's the tricky part. There's some things that are happening that are preventing high levels of oxygen of getting to our cells. So whether you're trying to lose weight, or if you're an Olympic athlete, or just someone that's literally trying to get out of bed in the morning and feel better, what I'm going to share with you can make a huge difference, because it's going to help you understand how to better oxygenate your cells. And if we can oxygenate our cells better, then we're going to be able to improve health on so many different levels. So a lot of the research that we've done we found that these are very, very common conditions. Now, we've been able to do thousands and thousands of clients all over the country that throughout our research has shown that, that regardless of who you are, or your body shape or size, or even age, that these conditions are so prevalent among so many people and it's causing a lot of different problems. Let's talk about how our cells actually get oxygen. If the idea is to get oxygen to our cells, let's talk about how that happens. So I'm going to draw up here a network of cells. So I'm just going to draw 9 cells up here, okay? Let's say that those are also muscle cells. Now, in order for our cells to survive, remember, they have to have lots of nutrients, they have to have their waste and toxins removed, and they need a lot of oxygen. So this is how our cells actually get that oxygen. Interwoven throughout all the cells of our body are very, very small blood vessels called capillary tubes. They're the smallest blood vessels that we have. And so when we breathe in oxygen from the air, it goes into our lungs, and then our lungs put that oxygen into what's called a red blood cell. So here's a red blood cell. And it actually comes in the form of hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is carrying these oxygen molecules, and they literally act as dump trucks that are transported through our blood. So they're moving through arteries, they're moving through arterioles, and eventually they reach the smallest blood vessels we have, which are called capillary tubes. So once a red blood cell enters a capillary tubes are so small that they can only enter in one at a time, single filely. But once the red blood cells are here, something happens called capillary exchange that drops off the oxygen, and the oxygen molecules then can get to our cells. And our cells use that to create ATP. Most of this happens in the mitochondria. And we've heard about how the mitochondria helps to be able to metabolize energy. Well, the more oxygen our cells can get, the better activity they have through producing more energy and being able to experience all those benefits that we're wanting. So if you want to increase energy, if you want to be able to lose weight more effectively, if you want to be able to feel better, build muscle more effectively, etc., our bodies have to get lots of oxygen. So here's some problems that end up taking place. Now, there's 2 things that we need to focus on, and that's the transport of the red blood cell, but also how much oxygen those red blood cells can carry. So here's a common condition. what if most of your cells look like this? Now, these are called podocytes or target cells. And this is where the red blood cell has a low capacity to actually carry hemoglobin, which it's not carrying very much oxygen. So if our blood cells that are supposed to be carrying the oxygen, as a kind of an analogy, if that's like a little dump truck that's only a third of the way full, and imagine billions and billions and billions of red blood cells that aren't carrying as much oxygen over the course of a day, all the other cells of our body are getting less and less oxygen, which means they're not performing the way that they can. They're not reaching that full capacity. So we feel sluggish and we feel tired. When we can increase the level of oxygen to our cells by allowing our red blood cells to carry more oxygen, we can get more oxygen to the other cells of our body. And so there's certain things we can do to help increase our cells' ability to carry oxygen. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. The second thing that's very common, a condition that we find, is something called erythrocyte aggregation or rouleau. And this is where the red blood cells in your body are all clumped together. And when they're all aggregated and clumped together, the opening to a capillary tube is so small, like we talked about, that only one red blood cell can fit in single-filely one at a time. But these conditions, erythrocyte aggregation, for example, when all of your red blood cells are aggregated together, imagine that trying to get into a capillary opening. And so it kind of has this negative bottleneck effect that it has to really try to get in these red blood cells, and it slows down circulation. So imagine coupled together where you have all these podocytes and target cells, or these underperforming cells that aren't carrying very much oxygen, plus you have erythrocyte aggregation or rouleau where they're all clumped together and creating very slow circulation, then there's barely any oxygen actually getting to the cells of our body. And so our transport system of transporting oxygen becomes diminished. And that's what we want to try to help people understand is, number one, this is one of the primary functions that our cells need to be experiencing every day. And there's actually some pretty easy fixes, some things that we can do that make a huge difference for helping our cells separate to create more of this polar relationship to where our cells actually are circulating very quickly throughout our arterial system and into our capillaries, and also that our cells are actually able to carry, our red blood cells are actually able to carry more oxygen-rich hemoglobin. These problems and conditions are so common, and they can lead to so many different, they stem so many different issues with our health. In order to improve our cell health, we've developed the Fit Cell method. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to direct you to the fitcell.com, which is a huge resource that's going to help teach you more about what the Fit Cell method is and the different services and products that are available to help you follow the Fit Cell method so that you can maximize cellular performance. The starting point is increasing oxygenation levels in your cells. And so I'm just going to briefly review some of the other services that are available, but I want to really help you know the starting point on what you need to do to be able to maximize oxygenation in your cells. So if you scroll down on the Fit Cell homepage, you're going to see an area that says Fit Cell Method Key Services to Improve Cell Performance. The Fit Cell method is really following 5 major things. That's diagnostics is number 1. Number 2 is detox, digest, and metabolize. Number 3 is nutrition. Number 4 is exercise. And number 5 is specialized medical guidance if needed. And the Fit Cell has developed and partnered with different organizations and has really put together an amazing program that helps follow this Fit Cell method so that you can get the healthy cells, the oxygenated cells, and the tools and resources that you need in order to reach the health that you've always wanted, and to be able to improve your weight loss ability and your building muscle ability and your energy production, all the health benefits that you've been wanting. The Fit Cell is probably the number 1 thing that you can be doing to provide your body the best chance it has to complete and accomplish these things. So with that said, the first thing that we try to encourage people to do is to get a diagnostic done. Now, the Fit Cell Health Labs, if I was to click on that, and there's a company called Performance Health Labs, and they really specialize in helping people understand different biomarkers and body chemistry that are custom and specialized to their health performance. And so that's one of the first things that we try to help people to navigate or to choose, is to be able to get a diagnostic done. And Performance Health Labs is a company that we would highly recommend in order to do that. They've been doing it for a long time and understand the world of performance care. Second is going to be Fit Cell Nutrition. Now, nutrition is obviously a humongous part in accomplishing cell health. And the Fit Cell has developed a program that we refer to as our Fit Cell Nutrition Program. And this is literally a program unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And there's different pieces to it. The best advice I can give is to call one of the Fit Cell specialists and have them walk you through a little bit more detail with it. The site lays out some really important pieces of the program, but bottom line is you have to know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And everybody is so different. Not one single diet is going to be the same diet that everyone else needs to accomplish good cellular health. And that's what we've learned, is that it has to be custom to each individual. And so the nutrition program, it's a powerful application that you can do on a computer, from an app on your phone or a tablet, and it really helps to build the exact nutrition program that you need that's going to help you understand how to improve your cell health. The big thing it focuses on is actually what we call the Vital 26. And these we've found have been the most important and most fundamental nutrients that your body needs to have the right balance and the right amounts of in order to start building a foundation for cellular health. So the app's amazing. Go to the site, you can learn a little bit more about it, but that's the second piece, is nutrition. Now, Fit Cell Exercise, same thing as nutrition. Not one body is the same as another. And so you have to make sure that the exercise program that you're following is custom and unique to your needs, both genetically, cellularly, biochemically, and most exercise programs don't look at that stuff. We would highly encourage you to look into the Fit Cell Exercise Program. Simply put, it's a program that gets and creates what's called your bioprofile. And this bioprofile is what we use to navigate you to the best exercise program for you. So whether you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, boost energy, lose 10 pounds, lose 300 pounds, there is nothing out there like our program that helps customize exercise for you. Now, keep in mind that as we build these exercise programs, there's a couple ways we do it. We either build it ourselves, or once we know your unique biochemical or bioprofile needs, we also work with other trainers or or other organizations to help them know what you need. So let's say you're working with a trainer. That trainer doesn't have to be affiliated with the Fit Cell. What we do is we communicate with those individuals and share with them different things that might make a huge impact with your exercise program. Now, if you don't have a trainer, we have thousands of different people all over the country that we've partnered with, that if you do want a trainer or if you want a coach, we match you with the best suited individual or group for you for what your unique needs are. And we've done placements like that and introductions like that with different people all over the country. So for the Fit Cell exercise plan, keep in mind it's going to be for extremely advanced individuals or intermediate or beginners that have never even exercised in their life. We have something for everybody, and the point is to customize something unique to help you understand exactly the type of exercise that you should be doing that's best for you to accomplish your health and fitness needs. Another is Fit Cell Medical. We understand that sometimes there are medical services that need to be provided for our clients. So we've partnered with a company called MedFit 120, and MedFit is really our medical arm. They help provide direction to us, to our team, while providing medical services, if needed, to patients who are in need of those types of services related to performance care. For example, things might be performance enhancement pharmaceuticals, vitamin, mineral, hormone, and peptide therapies. If someone needs hormone health or thyroid health or really detailed body chemistry diagnostics, performance blood labs, then we have a medical arm that we partner with so that we can understand how to better assist you and our clients with getting the Fit Cell method developed into a healthy lifestyle so that you can get the best results and success that you've been looking for. Let me go back here to the home page. And the very first starting point that we encourage people to do is what's called the cell oxygenation package. Now, in addition to helping people with nutrition, with exercise, potential medical services, lab diagnostics, this cell oxygenation package is a package that everybody can start with. And they can do it before, they can do it during, they can do this at any time. And the cell oxygenation package is really a powerful, hand-picked and formulated package that helps to reduce the things that we've been discussing that are causing individuals to have poor oxygenated cells. Remember, we talked about rouleau or erythrocyte aggregation. We talked about podocytes or target cells, and these are common conditions that people have that are preventing their cells from being oxygenated. So let's just walk through each one real quick. Alpha O2 is really designed and formulated to be able to build a higher capacity for your cells to carry oxygen. Now the 120 mil digestive enzymes, along with the 120 proteolytic enzymes, one of the biggest causes that is happening is people are having a hard time metabolizing proteins, metabolizing fats, metabolizing carbohydrates, and chemically, it's creating different things within our blood that actually are creating higher acidity in the body. It's creating different conditions that are clogging and reducing the circulation within our vascular system. And enzymes are crucial and so important to helping your body metabolize the food you're eating and that allow then your body to absorb more nutrients. So enzymes are so important with helping to create more oxygenated cells. And so the 120 mil digestive enzyme not only is going to do that, but it also helps with just digestion in general. And so these are enzymes that you would take when you have major meals. The proteolytic enzymes are enzymes that you would take on an empty stomach that help metabolize protein buildup that we find is so common within the systems of the patients and people that we work with. The 120 detox is a powerful formula that starts helping to strengthen the liver and the kidneys. Now, these are your filtration systems. Your liver and kidneys help to filter toxins and waste. They help filter different buildup and things that are taking place within your blood and within even your biochemistry. And so the 120 detox was specifically formulated to address those things, to help build a stronger, healthier cellular foundation so that you can oxygenate your cells better. In addition, there's so many other benefits, and later on, we'll actually even discuss in other videos the importance of cell detoxification. And then the last one is the 120B complex. B vitamins are so important for the development and health of your red blood cells and just cells in general, to help your cells to actually get certain structural ability and health that they need to perform optimally. So a high, very good formulation for B vitamins is going to be crucial for good cell development and healthy red blood cells. So combined, we call this the cell oxygenation package, and it is one of the most powerful packaged formulas that we've ever come across that can help create a starting point for improving your cell oxygenation. What we want to be able to do is say, hey, we've done the research, we've had the experience, we know the history, we understand how these things work, and we've actually been able to back it up with things that actually we can see make a big difference. And so the cell oxygenation package is a huge starting point to help your cells get what it needs and the right amount of oxygen. A lot of our clients have experienced, typically within the first week, really higher energy levels, faster metabolism, and sometimes that's the catalyst that's the catalyst that helps you all of a sudden start losing more weight, building more muscle, feeling better. It's simply, as simple as it seems, getting more oxygen to your cells. So if you have more questions about the cell oxygenation package, let us know. Obviously, we'd love to answer any questions about it. It's a powerful formulated package that is going to help your cells get more oxygen, help create a better circulation, and that's the starting point. That's the foundation. There's other videos that we'll have that go into things like digestion, enzymes, probiotics, detoxifying your cells, getting the right nutrition. I encourage you to watch the other videos. This one was geared specifically just to oxygen. So please let us know how you like it. If you have any questions, we're eager to answer those questions. And obviously, we'd love for you to be able to experience the health benefits of better oxygenated cells through following our Fit Cell method and doing these things that we're suggesting. Thanks, everybody. Chris Lange here with the Fit Cell.